You sit down to study, you open your laptop, and then suddenly you need water, then a snack. Then you check your phone just for a second. And before you know it, 2 hours are gone and you did nothing. This is not laziness. This is your brain working exactly as it was designed to. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why, and 3 ways to beat it. Our brain has 2 systems. System 1 is automatic, fast, effortless. It loves watching videos, eating food, social media. System 2 is slow, deliberate, exhausting. It handles studying, deep work, hard decisions. The problem? Your brain is biologically wired to save energy, and System 2 burns a lot of energy. So your brain does what any sensible machine would do. It tries to avoid it. Psychologists call this cognitive resistance, and it is the reason almost every human being on Earth struggles to do hard things consistently. You are not broken. You are just human. Now here is where it gets really interesting. In the 1990s, psychologist Roy Baumeister ran a now famous experiment. He brought people into a lab. Some were told to eat fresh-baked cookies. Others were told to resist the cookies and eat radishes instead. Then both groups were given a difficult puzzle to solve. The people who had been resisting the cookies, who had used willpower, gave up on the puzzle much faster. They were mentally exhausted from just resisting cookies. Baumeister called this ego depletion. The idea that willpower is not unlimited. It is a finite resource, like battery charge. Every decision you make drains it. Every temptation you resist drains it. Every time you force yourself to focus, drains it. This is why you make your worst decisions at night. This is why you can resist junk food in the morning, but eat an entire packet by midnight. Your battery is dead. Bridge, reframe the problem. So we have a problem. Willpower runs out. And yet most advice people give you is, just try harder, or be more disciplined. That advice is scientifically useless, because if your battery is dead, trying harder does not charge it. So what do the most productive people in the world actually do? Here is the answer, and it is not what you think. They barely use willpower at all. Solution number 1. Environment design. Here is a truth that will change how you work. Your environment is more powerful than your willpower, always. If your phone is on your desk, you will check it. Not because you are weak, because you are human and your brain responds to triggers in your environment automatically. The solution is not to resist the trigger. The solution is to remove the trigger completely. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, calls this making the right choice, the easy choice. Put your phone in a different room before you study. Block social media on your laptop using an app called Cold Turkey. It is free. Remove junk food from your house so you cannot reach for it when your willpower runs out at midnight. You are not building discipline. You are redesigning your environment, so discipline is not required. This is what high-performing students, athletes, and CEOs actually do. They build systems, not willpower. Solution number 2, the 2-minute rule. The hardest part of any difficult task is not doing it. It is starting it. Your brain resists beginning because it perceives the full task as enormous. Studying for 2 hours feels overwhelming. Your brain would rather do nothing. But here is the trick. Tell yourself you are only going to do 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes of studying, 2 minutes of writing, 2 minutes of exercise. That is it. Your brain accepts this because it does not feel like a threat. It is too small to resist. And here is the magic that happens almost every time. Once you start, you continue. The ancient Roman philosopher Horace understood this 2,000 years ago. He wrote, "He who has begun has half done." Starting is more than half the battle. Modern neuroscience confirms this. Once your brain begins a task, it releases dopamine and actually wants to continue. The 2-minute rule is not just a trick. It is how you hack your own brain chemistry. Solution number 3, and this is the most powerful one. Identity shift. Most people set goals that sound like this. I want to study more. I want to exercise more. I want to be more productive. And they fail. Not because the goal was wrong, but because goals without identity are empty. Here is what the most successful people do differently. They do not set goals. They change who they believe they are. Instead of saying, "I want to study more," say, "I am someone who studies every day." Instead of "I want to exercise," say, "I am a person who takes their health seriously." When you attach a behavior to your identity, your brain defends that identity. You stop negotiating with yourself every morning. Because you are not deciding whether to study, you are just being who you are. Psychologist B.J. Fogg at Stanford calls this the foundation of all lasting behavior change. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity. So let us recap what we learned today. Your brain is not broken. It is not lazy. It is a survival machine, and it is doing its job perfectly. The problem was never your willpower. The problem was that nobody taught you the right system. Remove the triggers from your environment, so discipline is not required. Use the 2-minute rule to trick your brain into starting. And stop calling yourself someone who cannot focus. Start being someone who studies every day. 5 years from now, you will not remember the days you watched one more video instead of studying, but you will remember the day you decided to change your system. That day can be today. If this video gave you something useful, share it with one person who needs to hear this. Because here, big ideas come in tiny packages. I will see you in the next one.